everyone. In this video, I am going to discuss literary sources of ancient India, which is prescribed in the syllabus of Guru Nanak Dev University for BA Semester 1. First of all, we will discuss what is meaning of sources. Sources through which information is obtained, preserved and transmitted from one generation to another. Sources can be called evidence. There are two types of sources, literary sources and archaeological sources. Literary sources where the information is gathered in written forms such as journals, letters and books. Archaeological sources where no written document are available and they are like inscription, monuments, coins, pottery, jewelry and seals. Literary sources, there are three types of literary sources. First is religious, second secular and third is foreign account. And we are discussing religious sources. In religious sources, Brahminical sources stands for the Hindu religion. And in Brahminical sources, first source is four Vedas. Rig Ved, Yajur Ved, Samved and Atharvaved. Ved word come from the Sanskrit word Vid, whose meaning is to know. They are also called storehouse of knowledge. Rig Ved considered as the oldest Vedic text in the world. It is divided into 10 mandals and it contains 10,600 verses, mantras and 1028 hymns. The famous Gayatri Mantra, which is composed by Vishwamitra, is a part of it. The legendary Battle of 10 Kings, is also described in 7th Mandal of Rigved. 250 hymns of Rigvedas are dedicated to Lord Indra who is considered as god of rain and war. Word Ganga is mentioned once, Yamuna word is mentioned thrice and word Saraswati is mentioned 21 times in Rigved. Om word is used 1028 times in Rigved. Second Ved is Yajurved. Yajurved mainly focuses on performance of rites and rituals. It is composed both in prose and poetry. Third Ved is Samved. Samved is considered as father of Indian music. It was originated from the word saman, which means melody. It is collection of different ragas and 7 sur. Originally, it has 99 hymns. Fourth is Atharvaved. Atharvaved is a Ved of Ayurveda, spells, magic and Tantra. It is divided into 10 chapters. It is composed by Rishi Atharv and another name of Atharvaved is Brahmved. Second source is epics. In Indian history, we are having two epics, Ramayana and Mahabharata. Mahabharata is composed by Rishi Vedvyas. It narrates 18 days battle of Kurukshetra, fought between Pandavas and Kauravas of Puru dynasty. It contains 1 lakh verses. Bhagavad Gita is part of it. Second is Ramayana. Ramayana is composed by Maharishi Balmiki and it contained 24,000 verses. It depicts the story of Lord Ramchandra, king of Ayodhya, and Ravan, king of Lanka. Both epics provide information about prominent dynasties, code of war, weapons, polity, tactics of war, gambling, polygamy, the position of women, rituals, rites, ceremonies, social, economic, religious, political life, caste system, and education system. Next source is Purans. The meaning of Puran is old or ancient. Total number of Purans is 18. From the historical point of view, Vishnu Puran, Shiv Puran, Garuda Puran, Matsya Puran, Bhagavad Puran and Vayu Puran are important Purans. These Puran provides information about the royal dynasties of Magad, Purus of Hastinapur, Mauryas, Nandas, Kushanas, Shishunag and Gupta dynasty. Next is Upanishad. Upanishad word is derived from Sanskrit word upa means near. Second, ni plus down and shad means to sit, which means literature written while sitting down near a teacher. Total number of Upanishad is 108. Important Upanishads are Mundak Upanishad, Chandogya Upanishad, Tretya Upanishad and Aitreya Upanishad. These Upanishads provides information about the social, religious, economic, and political life of Aryans. Next is Sutras. This literature describes rites and rituals related to birth and death. Sutras are three types: Kalap Sutra, Grah Sutra, and Dharma Sutra. Grah Sutra contains rituals related to family life, Dharma Sutra related to social, political, and civil laws, and Kalap Sutra describes the Vedic yajnas. Next is Samritis. Samritis are composed by Narad, Manu, Vishnu, and Prashar. Important Samritis are Narad Samriti and Manu Samriti. Manu Samriti is considered as law book that describes the law and duties of each caste. Manu Samriti divides life into four ashrams: Brahmacharya ashram, Grahastha ashram, Vanprastha ashram, and Sannyas ashram. These Samritis explain the social, religious, and political life of people from 2nd century AD to 7th century AD. Next is Arnayak. Arnayak means forest or jungle. Writings created in the forest by sage and hermits during their meditation sessions. The number of Arnayaks are 7. These are the Brahmical sources of ancient India. Thank you very much.